Kimberly from Fat Quarter Shop, and I'm back with another classic and vintage quilt block. So this is called Road to Oklahoma. It is from the Kansas City Star newspaper from the 1930s, and this is a really large block. It finishes at 20 inches, and this is a free block pattern. If you want to turn this block into a full-size quilt like a crib, lap, twin, or queen, we do have a low-price PDF for that, but the block is completely free. We'll be working with 2 different reds, 1 background, and H250 triangle paper, which makes 2.5-inch finished half-square triangles. We're going to start by making our half-square triangles, and again, we're using 2 different prints. And first, what we need to do is we need 2 different sections that have 4 squares each. So I'm going to just cut my paper off of my H250 triangles on a roll, and triangles on a roll is great because you just cut off what you need and then it's going to store nice and easily for you. So I'm going to cut 2 of these for 1 block. Just cut as close to the line as you can, and you can use washi tape to make it close. Super easy. So I've got 2 squares, and I'm going to combine steps so you can see what to do. I'm going to take 2 fabric G background squares. So this is our background. We're just using a Bella Solid White, and I'm going to take 1 of my red hearts, which is a fabric D, and 1 of my red hearts, which is a fabric A. They're both hearts and they're both red. We're going to put those right sides together just like this. And then we're going to put 1 of these sections on top. The most important part of this step is to make sure that your fabric is nice and flat and that these are right sides together. Just put some pins along the outside. Then we'll go to our sewing machine and we will use like a 1.5 or 1.8 stitch length. I'm going to use color 2000 Aurifil thread, which is just like a little cream, and I'm going to stitch directly on the dashed lines, and we will have 8 of these half square triangles and 8 of these half square triangles. So we have all of this stitched, and you can see when you pull this back, you should not be able to see your thread, which is why I used a lighter thread. So just check that if you want. I am going to cut apart on all of the solid lines. I like to do the 4 outsides first, and then I'll cut the inside lines last. Now here, I'm going to try to keep that in place and then place the ruler down on this side. And the more accurate you cut, the more accurate your half square triangles will come out. So now we have 8 of this color. We'll do the same thing on the next color. Now that they're all cut apart, you'll take the paper off. So just bend your paper back and pull. If when you're pulling the paper off, your stitches come out, then that means your stitch length was a little too long. Now we're going to press these. What I like to do is set my seam, which means putting your iron right on your seam and just letting those stitches kind of lock in together. We're going to press to one side. And then from there, I'm going to cut off these little dog ears before we press open. And from here, I'm going to press open after. It's best to press this block open because there are just so many seams. It's kind of impossible to get the seams to nest. And once you get that pressed open, go ahead and put a clapper on it, which this heat from the iron will make this wood absorb the heat. So I'm going to do that with all 16 half square triangles, and then we'll build the block. And just like that, you have a lot of half square triangles, and that's why using triangle paper is great. You don't have to think, you can just sew on some lines, and you get all of these half square triangles really fast and really accurate. And look how pretty they are. It is kind of hard to tell the difference between them because they're both red and they both have hearts. So just pay attention as we build the block that, you know, there are two different fabrics. Now we're going to take all of the half square triangles we just cut, add them to print squares and background squares, and we're going to be making star point units. Just make sure to follow your pattern because one is shaped like this, where there's darker fabrics more prominent in the point, and in point 2, the white is more prominent in your points. And you're going to make 4 of these and 4 of these. And you will want to press open. And the reason we're pressing open is there are so many seams in this block, it will lie nice and flat and you will get better results. Now we're going to move to making 4 patches, and we're going to do that with strip sets. So with the strip set, you're going to put a fabric H and a fabric B rectangle together, press open, and you're going to have 2 of these. So we've got 2 of those. You're going to repeat the same thing with our second fabric, and that will be fabric H and fabric E, and we're going to have 2 of those. Now when I show you how to cut this, you're going to see how fun it is and how much faster you can make 9 patches with this step. So we're going to subcut these to get 2 patches, and then the 2 patches will go together, and then that will make 4 patches. So first on one side, cut off a straightened edge, and then we're going to subcut all of these into 3-inch segments. So just cut at the 3, and from each of the strip sets, you will get 4 each. So then you will have 8 total for each color. So just continue doing that. So now we're going to take our little segments we just cut, we're going to put them together, and we're going to pin right in that center. Just line up your red on your red and your white on your white, and just pin right here and pin at each end. Sew this with a 1/4-inch seam just like you did your strip sets. Press open, and you're going to make 4 of these 4 patches from the first color and 4 of these 4 patches from your second color. Now we're going to build our units. They come out to 10.5 inches unfinished, so it's almost like a full block. Take 2 of your first star point units. Your white will touch in the center, and then you want your 4 patch to create a red line going down here. You will stitch a 1/4-inch seam, press, and then do your last seam, and you're going to make 2 of these units for each block. Now don't get confused because on your next one it's totally different. So on the next one you lay out your block totally different. This time you're going to put your red squares from your star point unit 2 here, and then you're going to create the white that goes this way. So it's a totally reverse block of the other one, and that's going to give you the beautiful look. This is your second unit. You're going to make 2 of these for each block. Now you get to build your block. This is really very, very tricky, and it took us a while to get it all laid out right. These are your first units, and these are your second units. But what I would do is take your pattern and first make sure you've got the right fabric here and here. But then I would check every little piece to make sure that everything's going the right way. And you're going to see this beautiful star form right here. And that is your block. Super, super careful as you're laying it out, and you're just going to stitch these with a 1/4 inch seam, and of course everything is still pressed open. This is our beautiful Road to Oklahoma block. I hope you make this with us. Now this block alone would make a great crib quilt or just a little table topper. Make sure to download the free block pattern at Fat Quarter Shop. And if you want to turn it into a larger quilt, we do have a low price PDF. And I would just say this is not that hard. It just takes a lot of thought. So just take your time as you're piecing the block and you'll have better results. Thanks for watching. I would love for you to subscribe, and I'll see you next time.